Hello and welcome to the weekly Fundamental Podcast. Here, as usual, I will bring you key updates from domestic and global markets along with the top stock picks. I hope our podcasts are helpful to you in your investing journey. Let us know your feedback in the comment section below. So, guys, now without any further ado, let's jump right in. First, let's see how Indian and global markets are doing. Indian benchmark indices closed the week in green, led by gains in banking shares amid mixed global cues. While Sensex gained 710 points to end at 59,015, Nifty gained 215 points at 17,585 during the week. Market cap of BSE listed firms rose by rupees 3.38 lakh crore during the period. On the economy side, India's August CPI inflation moderated to 5.3%. Now, during the last week, the government announced approval of PLI schemes for some sectors and guarantee to back security receipts issued by National Asset Reconstruction Company for acquiring stressed loans. Now, how these initiatives pan out remains to be seen. On the global front, UK inflation soared to a 9-year high in August. The Federal Reserve will kick off a 2-day meeting on 21st September, and the global markets will be watching for an update on their bond buying program. Coming to the FPIs, they have been net buyers in Indian equities in September 2021 till date. They have bought equities to the tune of approximately 5,593 crores after being the net sellers for the consecutive 5 months. Indian markets continued their upward trajectory on expectations of strong medium term growth and abating inflation risks. We believe FPI inflows in Indian equity markets may dwindle following quantitative easing tapering by Federal Reserve. In general, rate hike by US Fed leads to FPIs exiting emerging markets such as India that are considered riskier than developed economies. Interesting to note, all emerging markets have seen FPI inflows in September 2021 till date. Moving on to the US markets, Wall Street declined for the week as investors turned cautious amid a rapid spread of the Delta coronavirus variant and a slew of mixed economic data. For the week ending Friday, the Dow lost 0.1%, while the S&P 500 and Nasdaq fell 0.6% and 0.5% respectively. So finally, now let's look at the top stock picks, guys. So our pick of the week is LIC Housing Finance. Why we like this stock? I'll pick off a few points. LIC Housing Finance has raised equity capital of rupees 2,340 crores, which is 11.4% of March 21 net worth on September 8th from LIC. This increased LIC's stake to 45% from 40% earlier. This reduces risk of hitting the regulatory cap as its growth picks up. Further, it reduces risks of a rating downgrade. We believe the improving real estate sales, reducing inventory levels, and developer consolidation in metros leading to potential price rise, new launches will augur well for lenders both on retail and developer loans. We increase fair value to rupees 600 from 575 rupees earlier. We raise our estimates to reflect capital issuance in September 2021 and higher NIM. At our RGM based fair value, the stock will trade at undemanding multiples of 1.1 times book and 8.4 times estimated earnings of September 2023. We revise our rating of the company to buy from add. So guys, to know more about our view, you can read our full research report on the research section of the Kotak Securities website. Moving on to the next stock, buy Sunteck Realty with a target of rupees 490. Sunteck Realty has entered into another JDA project offering sales potential of rupees 90 billion, thus aggressively expanding its portfolio in suburban Mumbai. Sunteck has had previously added 3 projects across Vasai, Vasind and Borivali with saleable area of 8 million square feet. Sunteck's Asset light strategy continues to help maintain low leverage and no land bank. So guys, we maintain buy with a revised fair value of rupees 490 per share. Lastly, our view on TCS. Well, the company is well positioned to benefit from transformation spending, full service model, deep expertise in technology and domain, best in class execution, and a robust client base makes TCS a good fit for the role of strategic partner in clients' digital transformation journeys. Business momentum is reasonably strong. We raised FY 2022 to 24 revenue estimates by 1 to 3%. Low attrition can be a competitive advantage in the war talent. Hence, we increase fair value to rupees 4,200 from 3,500 earlier on rollover and revision in earnings per share and multiple. We maintain ad rating. So guys, that's all for today. See you again next week. Happy investing.